Here we go again, guys. Here we go again. These markets are getting destroyed. It's currently about 1:15 p.m. on the East Coast, and we're down wildly all across the board. The VIX is back into the mid-30s. Metals are down, so we got a lot to break down in this video. But before we do, you might as well get your free money from Moomoo, up to 5 free shares of stock, each up to $3,500, and you have a chance at 1 free share of Twitter, and you might as well get that free money now, especially because these markets are down. You might as well mitigate your losses, guys. Use that link down below, deposit at least $100, and boom, you get your money. And if you don't like Moomoo, take out your $100. You keep all the free money. It is literally free money. And with that being said, let's dive into the video. So check it out, guys. Like I said, it is 1:15 p.m. right now on the East Coast. We have the Russell. Get ready for this, guys. Brace yourselves. The Russell's down 3.8%. The Nasdaq's down 3.2%. We have the S&P down 2.6%, as the Dow is holding up decently compared to the other ones, but still, it is down a lot, down 1.7%. And we have the VIX, like I said, back into the mid-30s, up 15%, as we have silver down 2.4% and gold down 1.2%. And what we can see here, guys, on this 4-hour chart when it comes to SPY, then we'll talk about Triple Q, and then later in this video, make sure you guys stick on throughout. We're going to break down some stocks, kind of what's going on with some of these very beaten down individual names. So SPY right now, you guys can see just hit a fresh low at $399.34. And it's obviously not an all-time low. I'm talking about here on the 4-hour chart. And if I pull up the yearly chart, we might even be at a 1-year low. Yeah, we just hit a 52-week low, a 1-year low on SPY. And if I pull up the 3-year chart just for fun here, let's see, when's the last time we were at these levels? Last time was back in March of 2021. So we are not at a 52-week low. We're actually at pretty much a 60-week low, a 1-year and 2-month low at this point in time. And going back to that 4-hour chart, what we're noticing here is we are very oversold. That's number one. And I did say this yesterday, did I not? I said if we get one more flush in the very short term in these markets, meaning if we get one more massive sell-off, which it looks like we're getting it today, guys, maybe it bleeds into tomorrow. If we were to get this, which again, now we are getting it, we are going to get some sort, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but we're going to get some sort of snapback rally. And I'm still sticking to that, guys. I'm still sticking to that. Even if we bleed for the rest of the day today into tomorrow, I believe we're going to get some sort, if I could talk today, guys, some sort of V-shaped snapback. I think we're going to get it. And history has proven that we have gotten many of those as SPY's gotten oversold, as we took out previous lows, right? Which, again, we just did that. The previous low was 410. That was hit back in the end of, when was that? End of February. Now we just hit under 400. And again, this bleeding could continue later today into tomorrow. Maybe we do go down to 390. Maybe we go down to 395 or something like that. But I'm telling you, we are going to get some sort of V-shaped recovery to the point where, no, I'm not saying SPY is going to go right back to all-time highs. I'm saying in the very short term, we're just going to get maybe a little 5% pop, a couple percentage points, maybe even a 10% move, considering how violent this downwards move has been. I mean, think about it. SPY is down 11% in just the past couple of days. Well, I guess the past 2 weeks. So a little snapback rally is not too out of the question, in my opinion. And I'm not, going all in on short-term calls, banking on this. I'm just making an observation. I actually bought more VOO earlier today, which is an S&P 500 ETF. And, I'm kind of positioning myself for that right now in the short term. And I've been buying VOO shares for the long term as well, obviously, as I like to invest in the S&P 500 from a very long-term perspective, right? Obviously. And sometimes I do make some short-term moves on it as well. So I think we are due for some sort of snapback rally. What do you guys think? Drop me a comment. Make sure to smash that like button. And look at Triple Q, guys. This has been under the lows for a while. Even last week, we took the lows out starting last week, or maybe even the week before. We started taking the lows out from, February, early March. And if you guys take a look here, those lows were right around $315 to $320 a share. And look at where we are now. We're under 300. We're at $299.50. And like I said, this is down over 3% on the day thus far. So this is down a lot. We're talking in the past just 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Forget that. Let's look at the past month. It is down 20% in just the past month alone. From the beginning of April to where we are now, it is down 20%. So pretty much, guys, I think we're going to get a short-term rally, whether it's tomorrow, later this week. I have no idea, but I think it's coming. And I'm not saying, like I said with SPY, I'm not saying we're going to go all the way back to all-time highs or even back to test the highs from the end of March, early April. I don't think we're going to do that necessarily, but just something, something. I think we are going to get something. And mind you, we have the CPI data coming out in 2 days on Wednesday at 8:30 a.m. on the East Coast. Maybe that serves as the catalyst. Maybe if the CPI data, inflation, maybe it's not as hot as expected, maybe that serves as the catalyst for us to see some sort of rally, right? Or maybe it's kind of like what happened with the Fed meeting, where the cat was out of the bag. We kind of got the Fed meeting, got it over with, and then we saw that little rally that day, followed by then the crash. But maybe the CPI data is the same. The cat comes out of the bag. We know the data. We get that sigh of relief. We can breathe. We could breathe in for a little bit. And maybe then we get a little pop in the stock market. So what do you guys think? Drop me a comment. Seriously, I want to know where your guys' head's at. Are you panicking right now? Or are you not panicking? And mind you, you shouldn't panic. The worst thing you can do right now is panic, guys, and sell at the lows. Or I'm not saying these are the lows, but the worst thing you could do is sell when the markets are down 20% already, when they're already in a bear market and heading deeper into a bear market potentially. That's not when you want to sell. I'm not a financial advisor, but historically speaking, come on, guys, that is not when you want to sell. That is when you want to buy, especially if you're looking at, if you're looking at it from a long-term perspective. So let's break down some stocks here. I don't have any specific stocks that I want to talk about, but let's just run through my watch list and see what in the world is going on. So first and foremost, let's actually swap this. Let's put the most beaten down stocks on the top here. Let's filter it out, and you guys can see kind of what's going on here. If I make my face a little bit smaller, maybe I'll drag this down a little bit. We'll stay on the bottom right for this video, or for the rest of this video. So take a look at this, guys. We have Palantir down 21% right now. They reported earnings this morning, and I already did break them down for my Patreon members. I make Patreon exclusive videos every single morning. If you guys are interested in that, check out the Patreon link down below. You also get a lot of other exclusive perks. Check it out if you guys want to. We talked about how Palantir, and I even mentioned this on YouTube yesterday, that if they drop the ball on earnings, we're going to collapse. And it looks like I called it out. It looks like I called it out, guys. We were at $9.40. I think we closed right at $9.40 on Friday. Now we're at $7.40. This thing is down 21%. And let's see these earnings. I forget. What did they do? They missed on EPS. That's right. 2 cents EPS versus 4 cents. But on the flip side, revenue beat $446 million versus $443.42 million. So missed EPS, missed revenue. And I think where they're getting, or beat revenue rather, but I think where they're getting destroyed at is when we look at these analyst estimates for the next quarter for revenue. Look at this. Next quarter revenue is expected to be $470 million from Palantir. That's what they're saying. The analysts were saying right around $484 million. So guidance for revenue, not that great. They missed on EPS. And when it comes to companies like Palantir, where for the most part, even though they pulled a little 2-cent profit for the quarter, but for the most part, a lot of their quarters are unprofitable. They're not a profitable company. When it comes to these companies that are high growth, unprofitable, in the environment we're in right now, we've seen it happen time and time again, even with the large caps, Facebook, PayPal, Netflix, when they miss on revenue, guys, they're going to get destroyed, or revenue estimates, or if their growth is slowing down, right? I mean, if it happened to Facebook, if it happened to Netflix, those stocks have gotten destroyed, and they're profitable companies, right? If it happens to those companies, it could happen to Palantir easily, and The proof's in the pudding. Look at it. It's down 21%. We also have Coinbase today getting completely and utterly annihilated. This stock is down 17% on the day. And Bitcoin, Ethereum, it's not like we're seeing a complete disaster in the crypto market. I mean, don't get me wrong, crypto is down, but it's not down that bad. I mean, Bitcoin is currently down, well, I guess that's pretty bad. Bitcoin's down 7% on the day thus far. Ethereum's down about 8%, XRP 9%. So the Bitcoin or the crypto market is getting destroyed. And I'm assuming people are dumping Coinbase because they're reporting earnings tomorrow. They report earnings tomorrow after the bell. And I'm not thinking those earnings are going to be good, guys. And on top of that, I kind of went on a rant on my Patreon video this morning. I'm not going to do that here on YouTube. But when it comes to Coinbase, they have a lot of competition now. Have you guys seen FTX? I know you guys have seen FTX, right? I'm not personally sponsored by them. I have nothing against them. But they're a big player now. They have all these big YouTubers pumping them, right? Or, promoting them. You have all the a lot of major athletes. What is it? Stephen Curry. I mean, I think Tom Brady promoting or whatever FTX maybe. So Coinbase, it's kind of like, hey, wake up and smell the pudding. There's a lot of competition. Crypto's in a heavy bear market right now, and it looks like a lot of people are just getting out of this stock, and I don't blame them. And I actually used to own Coinbase at $260. I mean, it was a trade, and I got out of it in the low 300s. Thank God I got out of it because this thing is just getting obliterated. It's now down almost 20%, so not looking good. Square's down 13% today, which is ridiculously bad. I mean, this is going for the lows from the end of February. Those lows were at $81. Now we're at $83. So expect Square to probably take those lows out. I mean, I would not be surprised if that happened. We have GameStop holding on to $100 a share right now. Is probably going to go under 100. Watch out for that. It's down 13% on the day thus far. What else do we have? Mercado Libre down 13%, $120 a share. Let's see some of these bigger companies. We have Shopify down 8.5%. It just hit a fresh low here on the 4-hour chart. It is now down about 81% from the all-time highs, which is crazy. And think about it, guys. I mean, we are currently living, I understand the NASDAQ is not like it was in the dot-com era where it went down however much it went down, 80-90%. A lot of those stocks got destroyed. We're not necessarily in the very exact same market as we were in the dot-com bubble or during the dot-com bubble. But think about it. A lot of these stocks are experiencing dot-com bubble pops. I mean, this is no joke. At this point, this is no freaking joke. It hasn't been a joke, but now it's really getting really ugly. I mean, think about the dot-com bubble. Certain stocks, a lot of stocks companies went out of business completely. Boom, poof, gone, just like that. And a lot of the other ones that survived, the stocks that survived, think about the big ones today. I mean, a lot of those were, coming up during the dot-com bubble, and they survived. A lot of those stocks went down 80, 90, 95, 98%, and they survived. That's what we're getting right now. A lot of these companies, they're down 90, 95%. A lot of these stocks that everybody was hyping up during the pandemic, everybody was saying, they're never going to come down. A lot of these, the truth is, they're never going to go back up. They're going to go out of business. They're going to be poof, gone just like that. Just like the dot-com bubble, and there's going to be ones that survive. I think Shopify is one of those. Even though it's down 80, 85%, it's kind of like a dot-com bubble pop. I think it could survive. Long-term, I think it could survive, and I'm not necessarily saying it's extremely undervalued where it is now. I'm just saying long-term, hey, if it goes down to 200, 250, it could be a $1,000 stock again one day. I'm not just throwing it in the trash can, but you guys got to realize, again, there are some similarities to the dot-com bubble, and I guess with that being said, I'll wrap the video up there. If you guys agree with me, or maybe you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. Hit that like button, and make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're almost at 25,000, guys, and get yourself some free money from Moomoo, up to 5 free shares of stock. It's free money, guys. Just use my link down below, deposit at least $100, and boom, you get your money, and you have a chance at that 1 free share of Twitter. And if you want to join my Patreon, that's also linked down below. And with that being said, cheers, guys. We're going to get through this. Don't worry. Do not panic. I'm going to be here for you guys making content. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.